Hey guys, how's it going? Dale here. Today we are taking a look at the S20 Plus 5G phone. This is in the black color because it's the color that's specific to the S20 Plus and the S20 Ultra, so you can't get that variant of color in the regular S20 for some weird reason. So let's go ahead and just open this up. The S20 Plus is $1,200, so a couple $100 more than the regular S20. Is that a worth it price to get a bigger screen? I don't know, it really depends on your usage. And of course you do get a few other features that you don't get with the S20, like 5G millimeter wave, which is a slightly faster version of 5G, which will probably work almost nowhere. So it's kind of a pointless feature to upgrade to. Of course, here we have the black color. On the back, we also have a time of flight sensor. So you can kind of see here that the back of the S20 and the S20 Plus is a little bit different here with the cameras. That's just because you get an extra sensor and that's it. So just a slightly better sensor there for focusing when you're taking pictures and stuff. Will that make a difference? I don't think so, not at all. Not in your average daily use. I don't think you'll notice any difference between the S20 Plus camera and the regular S20. So you're really upgrading to the S20 Plus just because of the larger screen. Now, of course, we do have a film here on the back, so let's go ahead and remove that to reveal the black color, which of course looks really good. However, I'm not a huge fan of the black color just because it is impossible to keep clean. So of course right there, it's so beautiful and just clear, clean. And I'm guessing they went with black on the S20 Plus and Ultra just because it might be more geared towards, I don't know, business users or something. I don't really know why they did that. And this is supposed to be the friendlier device with the gray, pink, and the blue colors only. I don't know, but I guess they did it for some weird reason. So if you want black, you gotta upgrade to the Plus or Ultra, and you can see it there. Of course, I do really like the way that the camera kind of blends in with the back as well. Just looks really good. And again, everything is matted out very nice. Looks really good. You can just get a closer look there at the color yourself. And yeah, it doesn't really have any sheen to it or anything. It's just straight up mirror black color. And they're calling it like space black or something like that, which is a good name for it because that's exactly what it looks like. It looks really good. Oh, and I forgot to remove these also in the last video. Oh well, that's that. So let's go ahead and see what else is in the box just to show you. On the top portion here, let's see. We got the exact same thing as the normal S20. Nothing really, just some documentation and then a SIM eject tool. So nothing cool there. I left this here from the previous unboxing. Of course I did that. And let's go ahead and get in here to see what else is in here, which of course we get the exact same thing in all of them. So if you saw any other unboxing, it's the exact same thing. We got the fast charger here, the super fast charging block. So this is super fast charging. And of course we've grown accustomed to Samsung always having the latest fast charging on their phones. Again, right here is a USB Type-C to USB Type-C, as well as some headphones from AKG, which I really, really like these headphones. They're actually really good quality headphones that you get with this, unlike the ones that you get with Apple's iPhones, which suck. And yeah, so we get that, which is nice. Something to keep in mind is that Samsung did, and I can't put this back for some reason. Samsung did, I've put it back wrong. Oh well, let's move on. Samsung removed the headphone jack on the S20 Plus, S20, and S20 Ultra. So none of these are going to have a headphone jack. So it actually would have been nice to take this extra size that we have with the Plus and add a headphone jack, maybe because you can fit it because of the larger size. But Samsung is just kind of doing away completely with the headphone jack and just sticking to USB-C, which kind of sucks. And honestly, that should be a reason alone to kind of boycott this because they were kind of poking fun at other companies for having a headphone jack, and now they've done the same thing completely to all their phones, so, or at least to their high-end phones. So something to keep in mind because companies like Sony, they're taking out new phones soon and those will have a headphone jack as well as top-of-the-line specs and top-of-the-line cameras. So maybe don't upgrade to this yet. Wait for the competition, see if maybe that is something worth getting because no headphone jack. Might be a deal breaker for some, not to me personally, but again, it's kind of the principle that they kind of bashed other companies and then went ahead and left it and forgot about it. Now, of course, this is the S20 Plus, so it's a larger device but it's overall a very slim and sleek device, especially if you compare it to like an 11 Pro Max, which I don't have, but that device is much harder to hold than this Plus model right here from Samsung. You can see the difference there between the normal 11 Pro and the Plus. It's just a little bit taller, definitely not wider by much. And then compared to the Galaxy S20, the normal one, I can't really stack them on top of each other because I'll scratch the screens. I know they have screen protectors, but still. You can see that there. It's only a little bit larger. It's definitely not significantly larger, which is nice, and is still quite comfortable to hold in the hand. Of course, I'd say that the normal S20 is much more comfortable to hold in the hand. It's just the perfect like one-handed device that is like maximum screen real estate while still being able to access pretty much anything with one hand. This is of course a little bit larger, which is off. Let me actually go ahead and set this one up. All right, so here we have both devices set up, and before I do that, I wanted to show you guys how it looks here with the black model. I'm talking on the phone, how the black looks from a distance with no studio lighting like shining directly at it, so you can see it right there. And also the size, how it looks, you know? There you go. So that's how it looks when you're holding the Plus model. And overall, it's a very nice device. The screen is obviously majestic. You can see the fingerprint sensor right there, which works fine. I don't love it. I prefer face unlock, but it works well. Definitely works better than what it used to on the S10 model. So if you had trouble with that, these are a little bit better. Let's just go ahead here into an app here, and let's see. We can just scroll through and you can kind of see there. One of these I believe is on, I think I changed the setting in a second ago, but both of these can do 120 Hertz on the displays, which allows smooth scrolling. So let's just go ahead here and show you guys those features, because of course I didn't go over that in the last video. And if I go into the display here, you can do a higher refresh rate of 120 Hertz, but this is gonna limit your display to 1080, 1920. So, you know, if you're a pixel peeper, which I don't think you're really gonna notice it in 1080, but on this larger phone, it might be nice to have the higher res. But that smooth scrolling is very nice, and it's not easy to see on camera. So it's really a thing you'd have to do in person and check out for yourself. So once you get these devices, you know, make sure you go into that setting, because I think by default, the device is anyway set to 1080. So I mean, just might as well set it to 120 and keep it at 1080, also to preserve some battery life. Again, so if you like larger phones, I think the S20 Plus is actually very nice. It's not like my argument with the 11 Pro Max, which is just too clunky of a phone overall and too like large and heavy and bulky to kind of use comfortably. However, this one's still slim and easy to hold. Of course, it is a tall device, but again, when you want to use one hand, you can still get from side to side generally easy without feeling like you're going to drop the phone. And that grippy back helps quite a bit. So that's something to keep in mind. This is a great large phone and still a manageable size. Of course, this one is going to be a little bit easier to hold. It's going to feel nicer in your pocket and stuff, but if you want a larger phone, definitely go ahead and go with that Plus model. You're going to really enjoy the size, and I personally think it's a perfect size for a large phone before getting too ridiculously big like that Ultra device, which I'm not even going to check out because everything I believe in phones gets thrown out the window with that S20 Ultra, because it's all about specs, numbers, and I hate all that on phones. I really want devices that just work well and don't go on the gimmicky side of things, and 108 megapixels on a camera on a phone is gimmicky and ridiculously dumb and just advertising jargon and dumb stuff and just you know, just to get to consumers, and it's silly. So that phone only really makes sense for people with huge hands, and that's great for that. So yeah, guys, overall with the S20 Plus, I think it's a great device with a great and easy to hold form factor. It feels great in the hand. It feels nice and grippy because of the back, so you don't feel like you're gonna drop it. If need be, you can use just one hand to get side to side and type something. And of course, when you want to use two hands, that makes it even better. Now you have this huge display to watch media and shows and play some games and everything on it, which is beautiful. I would actually contemplate getting the Plus if it wasn't for the fact that it's a little bit too big in my pocket, and it kind of bothers me. So I'm fine with sticking with something like the S20, which is a little bit smaller and is still a great device because you get this huge screen on such a small package. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Again, really great device, and this was the black color. Make sure to check out all the other S20 videos so you can see all the different colors, and you know, we'll do color comparisons and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.